All right, man. What's up, everybody? Welcome back once again to the Mob Podcast. To my right of me, we got.
Marlo Wax, y'all know.
Today it's a little different today, man. We missing one person. Obviously our brother Jihad, he entered the transfer portal at the end of the season. For those that don't know, he decided to take his career on, and he wanted to go to another school. And we still love him. We're not tripping off of all of that. That's still our brother. We wish him the best. We send him our love. But that's just how we're gonna start it off for right now. But it's still a special episode. One, it's been a long year. We haven't recorded in about a month.
It's been a month?
Yeah.
It didn't feel like a month, though.
Yeah, bro.
It just feel fun. It don't feel like no month, though.
Yeah, bro. Like, the last time we played was 4 weeks. That's a month. 4 weeks, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so it's a blessing. We finally in New York City, here at the Pinstripe Bowl. This episode's a little special. We got fans, in the audience.
Teammates.
People supporting us.
We got some special people.
So, it's a lot of love, man. It's a lot. It's different. We've been doing it with the lights, without the people here, but it's a little different. We're gonna do a live question segment. We're on live right now with Cuse Nation. So y'all send y'all questions through, man. Everything is gonna be smooth today. We're gonna have some fun up here. What you think?
We're gonna have fun. We're gonna be lit like we always
is.
is.
All right, but for starters, man, just a quick little check-in. Like, how you feeling? Like, it's been a long year. We got here yesterday. We had our first practice today. We had a whole bunch of meetings and stuff like that. How you feeling about the bowl game?
So first of all, starting out in New York City, it's my second time up here.
Yeah, for sure.
It's been amazing. A lot of people.
Yeah.
You've been one of the lit ones, trying to have fun and all that. But
chill though, bro. You talking about I've been one of the lit? What you
have. You, JB, everybody been lit.
You snitching
I see you
on the
back
live,
there,
bro. We working hard, but go ahead, though, bro.
But no, though. So really, just being up here in this special city, all the tall buildings.
Yeah,
It been
for sure, bro.
It been like it's really another dream come true for my first bowl game. I know some people like you've been to a bowl game before, but it's special. It's a dream come true. Like I keep saying, but as the week keep on going, as we keep on doing these different events and stuff like that, I'm just making sure I appreciate it all, because some people don't get the experiences. Because I'm saying,
that's
it's
real.
my third year.
That's
my
real.
first time
That's
having
real.
one, so
That's
I'm
real.
gonna appreciate every step of the way.
It's crazy you said that, bro, because I remember, we had like a couple practices before we left out here, and I remember, Marlo, he a real energetic guy at practice. If y'all don't know, like, he might seem quiet, but he real energetic for real. So Marlo kept saying, like, bro, like, when I was young, I used to dream about going to bowl games, college, and I was thinking in my head, like, what was I doing when I was a kid? Because I was not thinking about playing in bowl games, like, so it just shows how much he really loves football. So it put a lot in perspective for me. Just appreciating. It's easy to slip up and start chilling, because you obviously, like, we had a long year. We finally got some time off, especially because we were waiting for when we get the date for the bowl game.
Yeah, where we was gonna go and stuff.
So it's like, like you practicing, you don't really know where you're gonna go, but at the same time, it's like we still working hard, and you kind of helped me for real. But y'all don't know, like, I see you got the All ACC selection.
Yeah.
How you feel about that? Like, are you excited about that? Do you feel like you should have been higher? You know what I'm saying? So just talk a little about that.
It's definitely a blessing, but emphasize not even just me feeling like I should be higher, but
sure.
they snubbed you, brother. But
we're gonna talk about that.
We're
gonna talk about that a little bit.
We ain't gotta get deep into that, though. But no,
yeah.
it's definitely a blessing. Something I've been dreaming about, working hard for my whole life, really. Just to be all conference, really. That's something I love.
For sure. And I was definitely happy to see just you, Jihad, Deuce, G-Dub, just to see you guys up on that OG,
first team.
Matt. Of course, Tuck was gonna be in that. So I think Tuck got it twice.
Tuck got it twice.
Yeah,
I was confused by saying
Tuck.
that all-purpose player.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Tuck too, man. He's actually declared for the draft too, so that was definitely dope to see. Best of luck to him and Burge.
I'm just saying, Tuck. That's another Baltimore player. You want to talk about Baltimore?
Yeah, y'all doing y'all thing for right now, but we not really. DC still got him, bro. Just chill with all that, but. Yeah, man. Just shout out to Tuck and Burge, man. I'm a little upset with Burge because we supposed to get lit in New York City this week, but he took off and he's in Cali doing his thing. So I'm definitely, it's a blessing. I'm happy for all those guys, man. And you said something. You said I got snubbed from the All ACC thing, man. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't really like getting into politics and stuff like that, but shout out to Khalil, my guy, man. He be telling me things like just keep the main thing the main thing. I try to do that a lot. But I'm not gonna lie, it did hurt a little bit. This is the Mob Podcast. I'm gonna keep it real, because you put in the work in the off season, and to you want to be rewarded. So it's like, I think for me, but at the same time, it gave me more of a reason to keep going harder, right? So I think just how everything went down, that just gave me more reason to go harder. But shout out to Q's Nation, because I didn't say nothing.
Yeah, they understood. They knew.
I didn't say nothing, but they actually posted me on Twitter, just talking about like how they felt like I was robbed and everything. So they kind of fought for me, and guys from the ACC it definitely did look a little, some questions there,
look
but
a little off.
it is what it is. We still blessed, like we still, for sure. But it definitely just made more room to grow,
Right.
at the end of the day. But I think for me, this being my second bowl game, I came in, I was a freshman, and just being older now, being one of the leaders on the team, I think for me, my mindset is to just get a win. Yesterday at our team meeting, Coach Babers and Coach Herm and Mr. Wildhack was talking about how like it's important to win the last game. And I just remember how fun it was, like the whole week in Orlando, my first year. But at the end of the game, we won, and that just made it that much more fun. So I think it's like you want to go out, like you want to get lit, but at the same time, you remember the task at hand, right? So like, I think that's just been my approach. Keep like helping guys to stay focused. Obviously go have fun, let loose a little bit, but I think it's important that we remember the job and the task at hand. Yeah. So I think today we saw the 9/11 memorial.
Yeah,
like, how you feel about it?
I was just thinking about that. I think we should dive into that a little bit.
Yeah, bro, that was crazy.
Just being able to see like the things we saw, and just it made. I seen you tweet something too. It made me appreciate life and what I have.
Yeah.
Because like we are blessed at the end of the day. And a lot of people don't have what we got. And a lot of people are fighting for where we at right now. And a lot of people, I've been talking to like people like Justin Lamson, because I seen him walking around. He was taking it hard, because really, first responders are like they're the best people in the world. They have something that a lot of people don't have. Just those firefighters, just being able to go up those steps and knowing that they might not be able to come down. That stuck with me like something crazy, because I feel like
that's facts, bro.
That's some tough people. That's real people right there.
That's fact. I think for me, honestly, bro, I think walking around and seeing it, like being up 100 floors, and New York, I ain't know New York City was this big. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm from D.C., so I'm always going to bang D.C. for real. But at the same time, it's just like,
bro, why you got to throw that in there, though?
I got to. It's a part of me. Like, everywhere I go, I'm going to bang D.C. Y'all know that. And we still better than Baltimore. So I'm saying it don't matter. But at the same time, like I was saying,
no, hold on. You see the people in the back laughing, because that's not true, though.
What you mean?
People, they don't agree with that.
Listen, we already had we had a whole argument today about what city better. Y'all see, like me and Swerve, big of the city, people, nightlife, everything, bro. We gonna stay focused though. We gonna stay focused though. But just seeing the building from 100 floors up, and seeing the view of New York City, that was dope for one. But seeing like, you hear about the 9/11 memorial, and you see like how many people died. Like you hear that it was a couple thousands, but at the same time, like when you see the faces, like it hits different. Like when you actually see the faces in person of the people, like it really, like I kind of got goosebumps. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, and I think for me, our teammate AJ Calabro, right? His father actually passed away on 9/11.
Seeing his dad's name,
seeing his actual dad picture. Seeing AJ. As a baby in that picture, like that was actually kind of crazy to see. And I just think for me, like I just remember the game last year, we were about to play Rutgers, and AJ actually gave a speech. You remember that speech? He was talking about, he actually was in tears giving it, like just talking about his dad, and then like him not being here, and then us making it to this bowl game, and seeing him and his dad, like I really got goosebumps today.
I'm getting goosebumps right now, because I remember his speech and how hard he meant everything he said.
And you remember he actually brought up.
Yeah, he brought up
the
people we lost,
the people
that
we
lost
on our team. Yeah. So it just kind of just shows that like the kind of person he is, and he was on the team. Like he definitely got us right with the haircuts for 4 straight years. So he doing his thing. He
Galero cuts.
Yeah, he doing his thing. Like I remember when he first started, I ain't gonna lie, I was never going to him, but I didn't have some I had some late nights.
Why you saying that?
Over time, I'm saying like it was progression. He got better. Like over time, over time, I was like, hold on. I had to look twice, like in the mirror, in the barbershop, in the lounge. I was like, oh, what? AJ doing his thing, like. But he got better. But I'm just saying. But seeing that was definitely dope, and just it put a lot into perspective for me. That's why I tweeted that out today. Like just thinking about my lost ones in my life. Obviously losing my mom, and you losing your father and everything. It just made me think about all those people today, and I just think that we so blessed for real. We get caught up in all like the nonsense of like transferring, transfer portal, all you know what we've been dealing with the last couple of weeks, coaches, all that. But I think today put a lot into perspective for me, and I just think that was a reminder, what's really important. You feel me? Yeah. So.
Also, the other event we went to.
What event?
We went to go see the Rockettes.
Oh yeah.
How'd you feel about that? You gotta respect the talent. Though.
Yeah, I mean,
because you can't go out there and do that.
And dance like that?
Yeah.
I mean, if you gave me some time.
No, you can't. Stop it.
If you gave me some time, yeah, I could.
You can't. You gotta respect what they was doing.
Nah, for sure. That's talent. For sure. I just felt like maybe if I was a little younger, I probably would have, appreciated it a little bit more. I had to, but that was cool though. I had to leave a little early. I didn't realize, but today it's only right. We got to bring somebody on.
Yeah.
It's only right?
Somebody that won a bowl game.
He was on the team that won the last time we was in the bowl game. He actually, he was like, how we say OG, like he was like my OG when I was a freshman. He was a senior on that team.
Cause you think you the OG now.
I mean,
you not though.
It's cool, bro. Proof's in the pudding, but
we'll bring him on, man.
Shout out to our guy. We're bringing on a special guest today, and that's Kendall Coleman. Yes,
they said you gotta throw the hat on, though.
Yeah, they want you to throw the. You're not throwing the Christmas hat on?
I can't do that.
Okay.
How y'all feel about that? Should you throw the hat on or not?
No hat. Okay. Oh, you're on the live, bro.
We got Kendall Coleman in there, man.
Show love.
Yeah,
Big Kendall Coleman, man.
Mobcast.
Okay. Wow, almost ended the jump. But yeah, so. Kendall, man.
What's happening, man? What's up? Talk to me.
How you feeling today, man? How you feeling?
I'm good. It's good to be down in the city. It's good to be back in bowl games and stuff like that, man. It's always good having a winning season and getting a chance for postseason.
Yeah. So, before we get into you and your story and everything, can you just talk a little bit about what is your difference between coming as a player in 2018 versus like coming now, like as a coach and everything, like how you look at it?
Yeah. So coming in as a player, going to that first bowl game, that was unique, man, because we hadn't done that in a little bit of time, So there was a real fresh feeling to it. It was a good time getting the chance to go down and hang out with the guys outside of our normal location. Love upstate, love Syracuse.
Really cold.
Exactly. Getting a chance to see a little bit of sun.
Yeah.
That's
palm
a good
trees.
sign. Exactly. So that was a good time, and it's just like y'all said though, man. It was like, all right, we got to find a way to stay focused, but also we're gonna enjoy this week. So coming back as a coach, it's almost a familiar feeling. I'd say that's the biggest difference. Is just I know what that feels like, and I want it, man. I want it again. I want it for y'all.
Yeah.
I want it for y'all, especially it's number one. So I want y'all to experience what that feels like, man.
Yeah.
Just seeing it doing it all. Even before the bowl game, just looking at regular season too, just seeing things a little bit through a different lens.
Cool. Okay.
Just being a little bit older,
For sure. But, for the people that's here and the people out there that don't know, me and Kendall, we got a little bit of history, man.
Y'all old as hell.
I can't really say that, me and Kendall was.
Baby face over there.
You know what I'm saying? He was born like yesterday. He keep on bringing that up. He old or something, like he wasn't born yesterday or something.
Go ahead, bro.
But, me and Kendall, we got some real history, man, like some real deal history. I can't say 4 years ago if me and him would have been this cool. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Not going to that. Why? What was going on?
So I wasn't like the recruits now. I didn't come in with a whole class. So I came by myself.
You was the only lineman?
Yeah, I was the only lineman that Syracuse brought in my true freshman year.
So they was bullying you.
I'm not bullying per se, but
carrying all the equipment.
Nah. Caleb was not doing none of that.
We didn't do that.
I was not doing none of that.
It was definitely some tough love.
I was not doing none of that.
It was definitely some tough love.
No, for sure. It's for sure. We going But when I first came in, I was a high recruit and all that, so I was probably feeling myself a little bit. But Kendall made sure that I was gonna be humbled basically my first year. Like I'm talking from the first day, like didn't even say it was good to me. Like,
don't matter.
He didn't even say.
He was grabbing you by your neck. Like, go
Nah,
ahead.
you amping it,
Go
bro.
ahead,
He didn't do none of that.
doing?
He didn't do none of that. But like, I remember I came summertime. I'm in the locker room changing up. Kendall had like this, just like a mean mug. I don't know if he was trying, show he was serious or something, but he just had a mean mug on his face. And I ain't gonna lie, like my first summer, I was struggling a little bit. Like the runs is a little wild, and Kendall made sure to let me know that I was struggling in the runs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was just like, dang, bro. Like I know I need work to do. I'm gonna get there. Like, and it was just, I just remember the first thing he said, like. He was like, you got to get right, man. We got work to do. And just walked past me. Like, bro, who this? Like we get wrecked for real. But, I mean, looking down the road, I definitely understand to this day, why he was on me so hard, as a young boy. Because, obviously, like the position I'm in now, leading the group is not easy at all. Everything is on you all the time.
I was about to say, that was a solid feeling for me earlier this year, seeing you step up. And kind of take ownership of the defense, and at times, and not only just lead them, momentum-wise and trying to get the energy up, but actually stepping up and calling dudes out, making sure stuff was supposed to look the right way, be the right way. That was big time because I know how much you made me work for it back then, man. So it was dope to see you turn around and make that happen for these guys too.
Nah, that's love for sure. So we're gonna get, what I'm saying, we'll get into your story a little bit. Obviously, I know you're from Indiana, right? So
Indianapolis, Indiana.
Oh, sorry.
Naptown.
Sorry.
I don't think nobody knows what that is. Though.
Yeah, you got somebody over there. She over there cheering you on. Like she over there showing you love.
I know. Don't nobody show us love but us. But that's all we need, right?
That's cool. I feel that. So, just growing up for you, like was football like your first love? Like, or was it like something that you always wanted to do, or like just talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, man. So, I come from my extended family is huge. We got people all over, but for a lot of people it's the same story, trying to figure out how you gonna make it better than the situation that you're in. So my dad loved sports growing up, always wanted to do that. Wasn't really an opportunity for him, but for his kids he was like, y'all, we gonna play some sports in this house. So older brother, older sister, myself, all three of us just ran around playing everything that we could, everything under the sun. But for me, there was no doubt about it. It was football. Yeah. That was the one that was most natural, Yeah. And you've probably seen me throw. I can't throw. My dad had me out there playing quarterback, free safety, everything.
All right, hold on.
Well, we got
why every guest
who
come on here talking about they play quarterback? Like, why is that?
Don't get it twisted.
Is that a trend or something?
Don't get it twisted. I'm not hyping it.
Our boy G-Dub played quarterback too, though.
Yeah, G-Dub dropped the tape on Twitter after the.
I was about to say,
he dropped the whole quarterback tape on Twitter. He was not playing.
Yeah.
I said, all right.
Nah, I ain't really get a good smooth tape with a skill set until I got a little older, But
sure.
He had me playing everything out there, every position, and it just came natural. So we kind of wrote it out from there. Knew that was what it was gonna be.
Yeah.
I was playing football and basketball growing up though.
Yeah.
And then the defining moment was I want to say it was after my sophomore season in basketball.
Okay, yeah.
And my sister came in and was like, hey man, so when you gonna stop BSing and quit the team? Like,
basketball.
Ain't nobody out here taking 6'3" centers.
Yeah.
I was
you
like,
was the tallest on your team?
There was like one or two kids taller than me, but that was the position I played, So I was like, she ain't lying. She was like, if you gonna go get a scholarship, D1 level, like where it's at.
Yeah, it hurt when fam tell you that.
Man.
I ain't gonna lie.
It's the truth, though, when they tell
it's
you.
definitely the truth. It definitely hurt when the fam tell you, you're done.
No doubt.
I had that same story basketball my freshman year.
Brutal.
Yeah,
She
my
was
big brother
cutthroat
told me
about
that.
it.
Yeah.
The siblings, they don't hold
They
no
don't,
cards.
they don't got no,
As they should.
no cut cards.
You feel me?
No cut cards.
But yeah, so she came in and she shut it down and put it in perspective for me. I was like, like I told you, man, it's time to work. We gotta go make it happen. So like I said, in high school I was playing tight end, defensive end. I loved that.
You love tight end?
I loved it.
Yeah.
Was you catching the ball?
Come on now.
You was blocking? You was more of a blocker?
I was
Yeah, he used to block.
I was leading the team in touchdowns, man. Stop playing with me, man.
I gotta see the tape. I ain't even gonna lie.
Matter of fact, you can turn on my defensive tape. First play of the defensive tape.
Oh,
No,
okay.
49 yard.
Yeah, I want to see
49 yard pick six.
We want to see
First play of the
offense.
defensive tape.
Okay, for
We
sure.
wanna see offense.
Nah, ain't not.
There you go.
Listen,
Nice
we're not gonna argue. Listen. Rhino came on here talking about what he did to Zaire, Zaire came on and said we did the Rhino, and we dropped the highlight tape. So
And then we had G-Dub lying about the quarterback saying he was good. He's capping.
he dropped the tape. So there. So
right
listen,
now.
whatever you say, you gotta. We gonna put it out there.
on,
Just
man.
know that. So
That's crazy. You gonna come at me? Ain't no lies told.
No, for sure.
But nah. Yeah. So playing defensive end, I was thrown out there early, man. I ended up out on the field as a sophomore in high school and varsity, and that whole season, it almost mirrored itself in college too. That whole sophomore season, I was just getting my butt kicked the whole season.
for sure.
But it was a lot of growing pains in that. I was learning a lot through it, and came back junior year, had a year that made enough noise to bring in some offers.
So how'd you end up at Syracuse? Like, why Syracuse? Why'd you end up choosing Syracuse?
So it's actually interesting that we're playing against who we're playing against, and how these stories link up a little bit. So early in my junior year, I had actually committed to Western Michigan, who had the same head coach that is currently at Minnesota. Yeah. And so, every Indiana kid's dream is to grow up and play at IU. First and foremost, you want to. Not everyone. Some people like Purdue.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't like Purdue.
I don't really like Purdue.
For me,
I never really liked them.
It is what it is.
So.
It is what it is. So
Never really liked Purdue.
my household, we grew up Hoosier fans. Both my siblings went there. That's what it was. I was like, I'm gonna go wear them colors.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the opportunity came around, and they was dragging their feet on me a little bit, and Western Michigan was showing me love. So I bought in on it. Was committed to them for a while. Went through all of junior year. Went through senior season, and they had the coach that eventually was still my position coach, and the coach that was recruiting me, they left Western Michigan. I was hurt. I'm like, dang, like what I'm gonna do now? Those are my guys,
And Q's kind of just like stuck with you for real.
Well, they ended up at Q's.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
So when they got over here, that's when I got the phone call and was like, hey, like they want to talk to you over here. So, they flew in, did a home visit, came to the school, chopped it up, done deal.
That's what's up. That's respect. Kendall got you started as a freshman in Syracuse, right?
Yeah.
Like there's a lingering story that, we got this thing in football called loafs. And you can't loaf like when you play, like you have to run fast every time to the ball. There's a story that as a true freshman that Kendall had a scrimmage and you actually didn't loaf the whole scrimmage. So I still haven't seen it. Our old defensive line coach swears to this day that this story is true, but I still haven't seen this tape. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I don't know. You can speak on that a little bit. I don't know if that story is really true, but
look. You saying you don't know if it happened, but you practiced with me enough. You know how it was, but nah.
You talking about young me, remember? Go ahead.
Nah, for the scrimmage though, for that first scrimmage, I don't know. I'll say it like this. I don't know if I didn't loaf the entire time. We didn't have a lot of depth back then. I definitely got tired.
Yeah, we didn't.
I definitely got tired. So
I remember that.
I took some shots. I think what it really was is that I didn't loaf as much as they expected me to.
Yeah.
But I think he ended up marking me down for something like no loafs or 2 loafs or something like that. And Coach Babers was like, nah, it ain't going down like that. Not no freshman. Not no freshman. So
no, that's what's up for real. So just going into your career, obviously you were a defensive lineman, one of the last of that era. You out and you guys knew how to rush the quarterback, right? So, like. I've worked with you off the field. We've gotten a lot of work in, a lot of film study together. Like your mind for the game and just, talk. Can you, where did that come from? Because I remember my freshman year, we'd be taking notes. I would just write down, but Kendall would always be writing. I'd be watching him why is he always writing something down? I didn't really understand that. So where did that come from? Was it because you had NFL dreams, or it's just who you were as a person for real?
I mean, I think it's a little bit of both. I definitely had league aspirations, and I come from a family where, nobody even went to college. Or I had one cousin that went to college to play football, and he played at a smaller school. But, I was kind of doing this thing, freestyling a little bit. I ain't have a guideline to go through, So a little bit of it was just trying to figure it out and just being meticulous. And then some of it was me as a person, and I'd say how I was raised, just that's what it was in my household. You know,
Yeah.
like I remember one time it's kind of corny. I remember one time though it was bring your kid to work day, and my mom brought me in and sat me in a meeting next to her. It was like, take notes.
Oh,
like, on
so
what?
it was ingrained.
Yeah,
Okay,
on what?
Yeah, for sure.
And
Yeah,
then,
no,
so I'm
yeah.
taking notes over this meeting. I don't know at all what they talking about.
Mm-hmm.
She said, let me see it at the end of the meeting. I showed her my notes. She was like, this is terrible. This is
Right now.
awful. Like, what are you doing? So
How old were you?
that had to have been like elementary school, middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's kind of just something that I grew up with, you know. And then especially once Coach Standard got there.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, he was.
You already know how that was.
Nah,
yeah.
I hear a lot of things about Coach Standard.
Coach Standard was a great coach, but he was disciplined, bro. Like,
Yeah.
He didn't play no games.
Yeah, you in check. What you needed at that time.
Are you saying Are you trying to like say something?
No, I'm saying he had you right. He made you who you are. Not made you, but like.
Oh, okay, yeah. Nah,
Got
he
you right
he
early.
gave me some. He coached me well when I was a freshman. He coached me.
Trying to take it offense.
No, I'm saying like he coached me
Somebody
well.
coming at you, bro.
He coached me well. But nah, so can I just remember that 2018 season for you? You had 10 plus sacks. You actually had 7 going into the bowl game, and then you had 3 in the bowl game.
Yeah.
That's what he trying to do right
That's
now. That's,
That's
what
what I'm
he
saying.
doing.
Nah,
That's what he trying
Nah,
to
I'm
do
just
right now.
saying.
I already
remember
looked at the
that.
stat line and looked at what's coming up.
I'm
already
just
paying
saying.
attention.
You had 3 in one game.
I had 3 that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
3 that game.
That's hard.
3 that game. I remember that game vividly. Like I just remember that game vividly. So just for you and obviously you went to the NFL and what was that like for you? Like just the draft process. Going to those those senior bowl games and being on the Colts for some time. Like what was that transition for you?
It was different. Some of the guys, some of these classes, you got guys that come out together and end up at the same spot, and other times you don't. And so, like you said, it was Alton and I both coming out, similar stat line. His is a little better. He ended up going to the Senior Bowl.
Okay, yeah.
It wasn't all out, but I was like, okay, like if I go down, I got invited to the East-West game. I was like,
Which
if
is
I
still
go
a
all
great,
out-
which
no
is still
doubt.
a great Senior
No
Bowl
doubt.
though.
And actually, I'm more than glad that I went to that one instead of the Senior Bowl, and I'll get into that in a second.
Yeah.
But I ended up going down to the East-West game with the mentality, all right, like, I ought to kill these one-on-ones, and that'll be my invite.
Mm-hmm.
And after I kill these one-on-ones, get up to the Senior Bowl, I'll also get that combine, because I didn't
Yeah.
have that at the time either.
Yeah.
But I get down to the East-West game, and the reason why I was glad that I went to that one instead, because I came across this little girl when we did the hospital visit, Malia, and I've never seen her not smile. Like, you would think that the world is literally rainbows and sunshine the way that she is. Like, it's impossible to not smile when you see her. And even though that was years ago, she and I still talk. I saw her this season, actually, when we went down to Clemson. She came to the hotel and visited. I was hanging out with her. Okay. So that's a relationship that's still going on.
Yeah, shout out to her.
Without a doubt.
That's respect.
Without a doubt.
So
Her and her
family.
family.
You don't really come across too many people like that.
Exactly.
Like, a lot of people
Yeah.
don't smile as much. They
Nah,
don't smile
for
every day,
real.
but you come across somebody like that, you gotta
Yeah.
keep them close because it just bring your energy up, right?
Yeah.
Without a doubt. And like having her down there, in a time where I'm out here, brand new environment.
Facts, yeah.
I'm out here competing, and it's one of however many guys are down there. Like her being around made it that much easier because her mom, after we met that first day, her mom brought her around every day. She pulled up to practices and watched me practice everything.
That's
So it
nice.
was like I had, my family was able to pull up, but it was like I also had more family there, like even more support on top of that, So that was dope. But yeah, man. So it was just different, because you've been rocking with your boys for the last 4 years, and then you get out there and it's
By yourself. For
it's
real.
just you.
Just you.
It's
Versus
just you,
everybody.
yeah.
For real, right?
I was the only orange helmet out there, man. And it's like, dang,
Yeah.
got to go get it. So
Yeah.
did decent at the East-West game. Came away with a sack in that one, so that was major. Ended up earning my invite to the combine,
I remember that.
which that was
live.
What's that experience?
Yeah.
Like? 'Cause I hear so
That's
many.
another
I hear so many stories about the combine. Like
Yeah.
I really want to know like what's it like? Is it good? Is it bad?
so
Like,
that was a dream come true, but at the same time it was a reality check for real. So being from Indy, the combine's hosted there.
yeah. So you.
So
went
I
home.
grew up down the street from it. I'm watching it my whole life. So it's like to get back on that field, that's the goal. So, we get down there and down there going through the ropes, they doing the intros and the orientations and stuff. And then it hits you, it's like, oh dang, like we not about to get a break.
Yeah.
Once you get there, it's just go until you leave. So, they'll have you up at 6 in the morning. You're not getting to bed till midnight or whatever.
And you still got to go perform.
And the performance is actually on a later day. So, like, the first couple of days will be interviews and stuff like that, or you walking around, you doing this, you getting measured. You know, I done had a couple of injuries. I had probably like 10 or 12 doctors all check out the same injury, pulling on it, tugging on it, you know, my shoulder, trying to figure out, like, is it stable? Is he good, you know? And that's visit after visit after visit, just back to back to back.
Looking over the same thing?
Exactly. Talking, answering the same questions, all of that over and over again, it was cool, but, you know, like I said, you just don't know. Yeah. You don't know that that's what it's going to be like.
So what kind of reality check was that for you?
It was a reality check when I got to that last day, which was the on-field events. And by that day, you gassed. You know, you tired. You've been going through it all week. But it was a reality check, just like, you know, like always. You know, we playing a sport we love, so have fun with it. You know, but it's a business. It's a business. You got to come out here and handle your business, you know. There were some guys, you know, that it was just casual about it the whole week. There was other guys that were super strict about it. You know, you got to find that happy balance. But that's when it clicked in. It's not college anymore, man. Like, you got dudes out here fighting for paychecks. That's really what it comes down to.
It's really a business field, like you say. So, you know, obviously, you know, the draft, you know, you got the call, you know, to actually go play in your hometown, right?
Yeah. So they called me up, and the scout actually that was trying to push for me and make it happen. Shout out to Mike. Met him at the East-West game. Right after I met Malia.
Okay.
So my story with him, I met Malia. She wanted to get face painted. I got my face painted with her. She wanted a rainbow.
Did you post that? Did you?
I did. It's on my Instagram.
You posted that. I thought so, yeah.
So she wanted to get that done, and then right after that, I forgot I had it on my face. Because we was just at the hospital visit. You know, I'm leaving like having a good day. Just saw Malia, met Malia. She cool. Having a good day. We go back. We doing the interviews, and he go to interview me, and he's setting up his camera. He's like, first question, before I even turn the camera on, bro, what's on your face?
Yeah.
I'm like, what you talking about? And I'll look at it, I'm like, oh, dang. So, but that started a good relationship with him. And, you know, through the draft process, he was pushing for me, and he was a big factor in helping me get back to Indy. So they brought me in as a undrafted free agent. And that was a situation I was fortunate in, just with the setup. So I did my draft training in Indy.
It's almost like destiny for real.
Yeah.
It's almost
like
destiny for real.
In Indy with Robert Mathis, who
legend.
Yeah.
Great. Legend.
If you love the game, you know that man.
Legend.
You know that man.
Legend.
You know, he's gonna be wearing a gold jacket one day.
Yeah. For sure.
So that was even cool in itself because I grew up watching him, you know, in high school and everything because he was with the Colts. But so I did my draft training there, then went back for the combine. And then, boom, they brought me back in as an undrafted free agent. So I'm almost a little, you know, I'm familiar now. I know the building. I know what's going on and stuff like that.
For sure.
And then on top of all of that, Z being there, too.
Yeah.
That was big.
Z doing his thing right now.
Killing it. He's killing it.
Z is killing it right now. So, like, what was it like seeing him again? Like, when you got out there, like, what advice did he tell you? Because he seemed like somebody that got it. Like, he got it right.
Yeah.
So, like, what was he telling you?
I mean, he was telling me basically like how I just told y'all, you know, like it's a business. It's check for check. Like, who wants it more? So just be on top of your stuff and know your game, you know. That's a big thing that I feel like some guys might get caught up in, is trying to outcompete with somebody else about what they do. Nah, man. You got to know your game, play your game.
And master it.
Right? Exactly.
Be a
master your craft.
Yeah.
And, like, hearing him and training with him, because my year was the COVID year. So we were doing at-home workouts.
Yeah.
You know,
that was tough,
Mom and Pops don't have a gym in the house. So I'm driving across the city to go to Z's apartment and work out with him.
Oh, that's love.
Yeah.
That's
so
good. He was showing love.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
He was showing love
he
like
was
that.
looking out, and, like, he'll already knocked out his workout for the day.
Oh, by the time you got there.
He just opened the garage up like, hey, everything you need down there, let me know if you need anything.
That's live.
So he was really looking out for me. Yeah, man, he was just putting me on, like, know what kind of player you are and play to your strengths.
Yeah.
We can work on the weaknesses in the offseason, but you got to play to your strengths right now.
That's facts.
That's really what it came down to.
That's what's up, man. And so, you know, just can you dive in, like, to what was that feeling like when you found out you weren't on the team anymore? Because I think everybody talks about going to the league, but, you know, I be wanting to know, like, what's that's like when the team give you that. Because you watch Hard Knocks and they be like,
You gotta go.
GM want to see you. And bring your playbook too. Like
scary.
That's actually like
people never want to talk
right
about
that. Those are the words
that feels
right
like.
Those are the words right there, and that's what everybody was talking about in the locker room too. It was like, hey, when they tell you to bring your playbook,
it's never
just
good.
Know, just know. So, I had made it through the first round or two of cuts, but you don't get comfortable. You don't get comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what you're working for. But I was in a hotel getting ready, and they called me, and it was the front office that called me, not coaches or something like that. So I'm already looking at the phone like, hold on.
Yeah, what's going on?
What's going on? Like, why y'all calling me? Y'all got a question about my bank account, my direct deposit? What's going on?
Yeah, facts.
So I answer the phone, and it's hey, so and so, you in the building? You in the building yet? Nah, I'm still at the hotel getting dressed. I said, oh, okay. Well, look, when you get in the building, come stop by so and so's office. Bring your playbook.
I'm getting nervous right now hearing it. I'm getting nervous right now hearing this story.
I'm sitting there about to brush my teeth. I put the phone down and just kind of stood there for a second like, dang.
It's about to be old.
I know what that means. So, whatever. I finish getting dressed. I go into the facility, bring my playbook.
Yeah.
And I go in there and sit down with them and chop it up with them, And I was lucky. They were cool about it in terms of letting me ask questions, kind of trying to get to figure out exactly.
Yeah.
I wanted to know why, What is it that I needed to improve on? What is it that I need to do? And they were cool about it. They answered all the questions that I had, and then they sent me in to talk to the head coach too. And they made it personal with him, right? So I was you could be bittersweet about it or whatever. You could feel whatever type of way, but I was appreciative of how they handled it.
Yeah.
Because they could have just said, drop your playbook off, grab your stuff out your locker and leave,
Yeah.
But they made it a point to make it understood to me that they knew who I was. They saw what I had been doing.
Yeah.
But, like I said, it's a business. This is what we got to do.
Yeah. And, obviously now you're a coach on our staff now. So just was that like the first thing you had in mind, like I'm about to go back to Cuse? Or was it like?
Nah. So I was actually flying around doing tryouts the rest of that season.
Oh, okay.
And like I said, just with it being the COVID year, things were different. You could get maybe 2 or 3 tryouts in a week in a normal year, but then it was that year you gotta get tested, fly in, get tested when you fly in, wait 3 days in the hotel, then you finally come out to the tryout. After you do the tryout, you in your hotel for another day, then they fly you back out. So it's almost a full week that you're out there. So it's like you only getting a limited amount of opportunity.
So you might not even really get a chance for
exactly. So you get your limited chances week by week. And I was flying around doing all of that.
Yeah.
And it was tough too because with COVID, everything shut down at home.
Yeah.
But anyway, get to the end of it. After one of the tryouts, I flew back to Cuse just to chop it up with Coach Babers.
Okay.
And pick his mind about where I was in my path just yet and everything. And then it ended with, Coach, you think I could be a coach?
Yeah.
And he was like, let me know when you're ready.
Jeez, that's love.
That was basically that. I finished out the season doing tryouts and stuff like that. And then after that, I was like, you know what? It's an uphill battle. And personally, for me, what it came down to, I was living in my parents' house. It bothered me that I was spending money but not bringing it in.
For sure.
And I know, you can ride it out, and I had the support and everything like that. But that
you want to feel like you was doing something.
Yeah, that didn't sit right with me. I knew I wasn't. Exactly.
Yeah, that's 100 though.
Exactly.
That's
so I knew I wasn't done with football. I knew I had more to give back to the game that gave to me. So that's when I made the move, came back out here, man.
I think that's dope, man. I think with the kind of spirit that you have and your mentality, I feel like it's not over for you. But so with you coaching now, do you want to continue on this path, or like do you want to like go back? Is it like, do you want to, what I'm saying? Because there's all these leagues now.
There is.
There's a lot of, and that's the thing. Like a lot of people don't want to, ignore that fact. But there's like the XFL, the USFL, the NFL. Do you see yourself going back to football, or are you like, you put the helmet down, you put the cleats down, and you done?
Nah, man, I put the cleats down. If I come back, it's third downs only.
So you done.
I'm gonna need a fat check.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna need a big check
for
that.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure. That's not unreasonable. You didn't get it.
So we can't forget, y'all. This is a different episode right now.
Yeah.
So we gotta, the people out in the crowd, we gotta ask if they got some questions for Kendall right now.
For sure. So
Miss Brittany, we see you back in town. We
You know.
need you, Khalil. I got some questions for my dog.
So-
Kendall, what's up?
we're gonna ask Kendall. We're gonna let them ask Kendall some questions, and then
They gonna ask them
then,
some
and
questions.
then they're just gonna ask us some questions too. So that's how we're gonna do it. And I guess the people, if you don't have a question for Kendall, like if you have one, they can just you'll come and sit. Ask
Well,
questions.
we can ask them questions too, right? I think I want to ask Brittany a question real quick.
Oh, okay.
I want to ask how he was in the classroom and things.
Oh, yes.
How was he around
Yes.
Stevenson
'Cause
and stuff like that?
We have our
Stellar.
academic advisor.
Yeah, Miss Brittany.
Well, not anymore academic advisor, but former.
She left us.
So
Everybody leaving us, man.
You know, everybody. Seems like
Everybody
everybody leaving. So we definitely want to know that. So you can come up here. Yes. No.
You can go. You come get a mic.
Come get a mic. Come get a mic. Come.
I think what he's trying to ask is what was my energy in Stevenson.
Come get a mic.
Come right here.
Yeah. Facts.
You good?
Yeah, come, you can go out.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, you can stand right there. Yeah, you can.
Oh
you can.
my. This is a lot.
No,
This
you
is
stand, you
Brittany.
can stand up tall because the camera
Hi.
recording you too, so you
Oh
can
my
stand up straight.
goodness.
Yeah, you can stand up
This is
straight.
a lot. Okay, so how was Kendall as a student?
This is our former academic advisor. If you guys want to know, so yeah,
and we had a similar start. It sounds like to you and Kendall.
we did.
It was rough.
We did.
You was just that little.
I can't really say. It was me though, but go ahead though. Well,
It
you know,
was
we
rough.
we
You
thank
gave
God.
everybody problems.
We thank God that we here today. So so
Oh my goodness.
Go ahead.
Growth.
Growth. Man,
Kendall's energy in Stevenson was always positive.
Okay.
Mostly thanks to Libby. Always positive. Kendall's grades. Were- It was.
Wow.
It was.
Wow.
Hey, Kendall's grades. I got a
Wow.
degree. I got a degree.
Man
That's what Kendall's
time.
grades
That's
say.
man time.
Syracuse graduate.
That's man time.
That's what the grades say.
Like it don't matter about the grades. You got the degree.
I got the degree.
Got the
Syracuse
degree.
graduate.
So it don't matter. So, but no, let's close them out before we start that.
All right,
Yeah,
go ahead.
so, obviously, Kendall, like your story, like we said, just one, we appreciate you for coming on the podcast. Like I said, like growing up, coming up, in Q, she was definitely like that big brother. I could go. We went at it a lot, but our relationship over time has really, grown and gotten closer. We've had our conversations, out the field. So, one, we just appreciate you for coming on the podcast.
Without a doubt, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate y'all boys. It's been cool, man. It's been cool seeing you grow up to who you are now.
I just feel like everybody been trying me a little bit today, but it's cool.
Hey,
It's cool.
ain't no
You
trying
asked
you.
for
It's
it,
cool though, man.
We
It's
all
cool.
had to.
though.
We all had to grow up. I had to grow up too.
Yeah,
you know?
facts.
And it's
Facts.
live turn around and seeing the same thing for you.
Yeah.
Being, like you said, like my little brother, man. It's live seeing that happen. Appreciate you, Lo. See
Yes,
you
sir.
making it happen out here this
Of course,
season.
man.
Next up,
Appreciate
man.
Of course.
And I want to throw a quick shout out, Beaner and his team,
Yes, sir.
helping this thing out,
Man
man.
with the
setting
plan.
it up. They do a lot of the background work around the building.
Man with the plan, man.
So appreciate y'all making
man
that
with
happen,
the plan,
man.
man.
They
Yes,
make
sir.
all this happen.
Okay.
They the ones.
Oh
doing
yeah, for sure. That. Let's set up.
all this.
Oh, Austin, right there, and the team. Okay, yeah. So we about to. All right, basically. Nah, yeah. So look, here's what we about to do. We about to start. When they come up, we're gonna give them
Let
the
them sit right
microphone. Yeah, let them sit right here, and they're gonna ask a question.
Yeah.
No, they're gonna sit in the chair. They're gonna sit in the chair. Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on. So give them the mic.
So come right here.
So any more people with, this is our live question. Anything you want to ask? Anybody? No.
You gotta come up,
Come
bro.
up, bro.
You've been talking about
Bro,
the
come on, bro. This is your
podcast the whole
opportunity.
time, bro.
You
Come on,
wanted to
bro.
be on here all this time.
All right, go ahead. I don't think you got to put the headphones on.
I'll
Do
put the headphones on
Yeah, put them on.
because this is the one time I
Jay Bizzle. Got Jay Bug on here, man.
Number 23. I know who
23, man.
JB is.
No,
man.
they don't.
JB
Y'all
been
didn't
beefing
invite
with
me
us.
on here.
See,
He
keep
been
complaining,
beefing with us,
bro.
bro.
We're gonna talk about this first. Thanks for having me now.
Yes,
After,
sir.
what,
Yes,
13
sir.
weeks.
Go ahead, bro. Shut up.
Why not bowl game?
Perfect.
Yeah, I had to invite myself up. It's
Say
cool,
the best
though.
for last. You know.
What's your favorite
Speak up.
on or off the field memory from this year?
This year.
Mhm.
I know you're on the field. We are.
He's asking you, bro.
He asked
Both of y'all,
us.
both of y'all.
I
Oh.
gotta think, bro.
I wanted to ask Kendall too, from a coaching perspective. I want to know that too.
Oh.
Okay.
Kendall, you might gotta come back up here.
Y'all go
so.
first. Y'all go first.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Kendall.
come on, take a
Hannah,
seat. I
Hannah.
asked my question.
Hannah, yeah.
That's a good question, JB.
That's a great question.
We're gonna have you on more.
That's a great question.
So what's yours, bro? I'm thinking. I don't know.
What's your favorite on the field moment and off the field moment, player and coach?
That's just whole game or
That's all over. That's
Oh yeah,
your Syracuse career.
your whole career.
whole career? Man, on the field. On the field was probably the first game that I started to click in and realize, that I could come out here and dominate if I really stay after it as a player. And that happened against Florida State when I was a junior. And I popped off in that 2018, and I had 3 sacks in that game. And that's when it had clicked for me. I was like, okay, hold on, might be working with something.
Yeah.
So that was a cool moment for me, just because that kind of started the path, at least in college, of me getting that confidence and starting to play like that.
Facts. You need the confidence.
Off the field. Off the field, as a player, it'd probably be senior year cold-hearted.
Oh.
You was here, right?
Yes.
You had
Cold-hearted CEO.
That's his. Yeah, that's his joint
Cold-hearted
right there.
CEO.
That's his joint right there.
Yeah.
So,
You talking about 2019 spring?
then it would have had to been
2019 spring.
Yeah.
I was like a freshman in high school back then.
Wait.
Yeah, he's not the CEO, right? He's just capping.
So me and Dre wasn't the CEOs of Cold-hearted.
Stop it.
Who was the CEO?
When Dre
Who was
left,
the
when
CEO?
Dre left, and you just did it, how was Cold-hearted?
It was lit 2020. Let's not act like it was not
All right,
lit.
20 to that.
2021, we were not there, right?
What you
Okay
mean?
then. We didn't go 2021. We didn't do it
I thought we
2021.
did.
No, we didn't. It doesn't matter. It was lit. Like he said, Cold-hearted. CEO was lit. Like I said.
Yeah. That last cold-hearted was a good time. That was a good night. It was one of those, where
So
not everybody's always out.
Bro.
It was one of those where not everybody's always out, but
that was
at
that
night,
that was that party.
everybody pulled up.
Valentine's Day.
Everybody
yes, sir.
pulled up. That was a good
Valentine's
time,
Day. All right, but
for
what about as a coach?
As a coach, so far, best moment on the field has just been seeing, like you said, I've come back here and there. I don't work specifically with D-line, but I have done some work with y'all boys on the defensive side.
For sure, yeah.
And seeing y'all turn around and use that knowledge and apply it in the games and make plays for yourself and turn around and make names for yourself, getting 7 sacks in a season, pushing for 10 in the bowl, so that as a coach, that's where it comes from on the field, just watching y'all grow with it and work with it and just being a part of it, getting a chance to work with y'all as y'all build y'all glory.
That's love. That's love. That's what's up.
Off the field, I guess is just, some of the relationships that I'm building, with coaching, hanging out with Jack Patenza, he and I knew each other in undergrad.
Oh yeah, because you went to
Was you hanging with him though?
Well, we didn't know each other that good,
Okay.
because he was an undergrad assistant, so he used to work with the team then too.
Yeah.
But I was a player, so we would just see each other passing through the hallways.
Right.
It was just me looking at him looking at me, like, we not saying what's up, okay, that's
Right.
it. But I lived with him this past season, so getting to build relationships with brand new people, that's really what this industry is, man. It's people from all over the place coming together to make something happen for y'all and for us. So getting a chance to build new relationships and learn new things from them has been real cool too.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. I think that was a great question. Shit. What was your?
My favorite memories probably on the field as a player. I mean, I am only a player, but when they stormed the field, NC State, that was the best feeling. Though, that's something that's kids we see on TV and things like that.
Man, that was crazy.
But that
was crazy.
In the middle of that field when they did that, it got crazy.
I went to the outskirts.
Yeah, it was too many people, but it was definitely a great feeling. Something I'm probably never gonna forget.
Yeah,
We're gonna talk about forever.
Never.
And off the field, I say probably that night afterwards. I mean, the night afterwards was pretty.
What you get into?
I was with you.
Oh yeah.
I was with you. G-Dub, JB and them.
Yes, sir.
It was lit, but that's really it. I ain't getting in too much.
Yeah.
What's yours?
Like you said, just when they stormed the field, like seeing the whole crowd, like I didn't know they were gonna do that, but just us going to the bowl, us going 6-0, just that too. Obviously, you know, like having a pick six this season. I can't beat that. I ain't gonna lie. That was, you know, something that's like out of body. Like G-Dub said, an out of body experience. Like that was kind of like that. Like, so just having that, getting in the end zone, you know. I think I got more picks than you, but you feel me?
You pulling cards, ain't it? You pulling cards in the field.
It's like, nah, but I think that's definitely one of my top moments. Off the field, cold-hearted. Some of the, like, if you had to be here, if you wasn't here, I can't explain what.
Can you explain why is it called cold-hearted?
So basically, you know, me and my former teammate Andre Cisco came up with this idea on Valentine's Day to throw a party.
Just y'all two?
Yeah, we were in the house actually talking about it, and the name, we were like, I remember like the night we were doing it, we were coming up with names, and like we were kind of just like cold-hearted, you know, Valentine's Day, like.
It was on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, we threw it on Valentine's Day. It was either on Valentine's Day or the day after or the day before. It was
Valentine's Day weekend.
Yeah, it was the weekend. Yeah. So and that party, like the first year we did it, it was crazy. You know, we had just came off a 10-3 season, so everybody, you know, we were still feeling ourselves. The whole school was still riding behind us. Then we did it the next year, and then like it just became like a holiday for real. Like, feel me? Like
a movie.
It was everybody looked forward to Cold Hearted year after year. So, you know, it is what it is. So that's
I'll put it like this though, on some real stuff, man. I had people from other local schools being like hitting people up like, hey man, you gonna be at Cold Hearted?
I don't be trying to brag. Like people think I'm
nah,
jazzing when I say like that's
and
what
Caleb,
it was.
Caleb, no, I wouldn't hype him up for nothing.
Caleb didn't come out like for real like that. But everybody,
Cold-Hearted?
Alan came. I'm like,
I don't saying, man. It was like all the guys that you never saw out.
came.
And we walked in and we saw each other and it was like, okay, tonight's gonna be a night.
It's like, oh, it's one of those.
Tonight's gonna be a night.
It's one of those. All right, so you know we're gonna do a couple more questions, you know, before we get up out of here. So
Khalil, who got some questions?
so-
Dono,
yeah, we got like
got a little Smurf, Steezy.
you know what I mean. Yeah, I got some more. Dono, I think Dono been itching, so
Yeah.
we're gonna let Dono.
So come get a question.
Come on, Dono. We've been showing Dono
Let him
love.
get the mic in
We're gonna let Dono get up here.
Another DMV
Another
person.
DMV, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Funniest guy on the team.
Nah, for real. Him and JT Ty right there.
JT got it, bro. Bro, too funny.
We've been showing you love. This Dono, Dono, like we've been talking about him.
good.
You know, definitely don't get enough love, but you know, he definitely one of the reasons why like a lot of us on the team, you know,
Getting better and
be
stuff
getting
like
better for real.
Energy, all that.
So Dono been waiting to get up here, man. So
Baked chicken.
this your time to shine, bro.
What's your questions?
What's your questions, Lo?
Nah. I don't even got no questions for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying it's my show now. It's how I'm feeling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you hear me? So in the future when y'all see me, just know I already said it. So,
Yeah. Okay.
all right then.
Okay.
I need y'all to ask me questions. So I'm saying
What
how I
you got?
feel.
Hold on,
How I
hold
feel
on.
about being on the scout team. Ask me them questions. So I'm
That's man.
saying.
Okay, we can ask you that. That's
I'm
man
saying.
time. That's man
Yeah,
time.
I like to see.
So obviously we see what you do on the scout team every day, week to week. Like
Right.
how does it feel to like do that and you know not be getting the time that you want?
I mean, you feel me? It's patience. I ain't really tripping about it. I mean, at first I did because, you know, as a youngin', I'm thinking, I'm finna come to college, cook everybody, and then play. I realized that it's not that, bro. Like, you got to really sit down and really work. Like, this and that. They not about to watch your film and think,
Yeah.
oh, he's good enough to start. Nah, bro, that's
100. That's
yeah.
100.
And they can
That's
tell
100.
you, like, at other schools, like, 5 stars be behind other 5 stars.
Yeah.
So they finna be, like the 4th person on the roster. They not tripping because they know their time coming. So I already know when my time come, I got to show out.
Yeah, for sure. And then you do it every week like you a starter. So I'm not even really. We say it all the time. Like we not really.
We know it's time gonna come.
Who's some guys that you follow on the team? So, like you watch how they work and how they grind. Like you know, offense, defense. You know?
Okay, I got you. On the defensive side, you feel me? On my whole freshman class. Let's just talk about my whole freshman class.
I don't
ain't
like the
gonna lie.
class though.
I don't care that you don't like it.
I'm gonna be
because
honest. That class ain't really don't do
Our
that.
class is like that.
I got tired.
Our class is like that.
Go
Okay.
ahead. Go ahead.
My man Dennis.
Yeah.
You hear me? He's like that.
That boy.
Swatch like that too.
Yeah.
Some saying Big Ben, he like that too. Big Benzo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Go get my dog Makai. You know.
So you follow these guys?
These are my dogs right here.
No,
so
I
Y'all
said-
all just locked in.
Yeah, like I said, like who you be looking up to on the team? Like,
I don't look up to none of y'all. I don't look up to none
Keeping
of
it
y'all.
real though.
you
Huh?
keeping it real? Okay, all ain't mad at that.
I got a question though.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna get it. He gonna keep it real.
Keep going. Yeah.
But all like the energy you got, bro. Like where all that come from, bro?
Where that
Like the
come from,
dancing,
man.
the
You know where that
lit
come
every
from,
day,
man.
don't practice, even on the sideline.
All right, well, you know where I'm from.
You know,
but
like,
Where are you
that's
from?
what I'm saying. That's
I'm from
DMV,
Montgomery
man.
Village, Maryland. DMV,
Okay.
you know how that's
DMV.
coming in. But nah, like it started off when I was younger, cause you can even ask my mother. Like she'll tell you, like as a kid, she thought I had ADHD. I just always been energetic, and I always like used to do a lot of stuff. Like
Yeah.
it used to be rules like, oh no, you can't go outside, and they used to like have a lock where you can't reach it. As a kid, cause I'm small, I used to climb on stuff
So you was
and
bad
unlock
little-
it and go outside
bad
and
little
just
kid.
play. But I ain't do nothing wrong. You feel me? I just wanted to play. You know what I'm saying? And I you know, my mom funny because they said they called him the magician, but I'm like, for what reason? Talking about you get anywhere you want in 2 seconds. Da 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 da. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's tough. But I just always had a lot of energy just growing up, and like I don't like seeing my teammates down. I don't like
Nah,
seeing
that's
my
100.
friends
Yeah.
like sad.
That's
Like
100 though.
that made me feel weird. It's like you my brother, you my teammate, and you feeling down and I'm feeling good. Nah, I'm finna bring you up with me. That's why on the field, it's like I got so much energy because I know if I was out there right now, I'd be going, shimmy out, dumb, stupid. You know what I mean? I'm
That's
trying to go
100 though.
crazy.
Yeah, that's 100. Nah,
Cause
for
I,
sure.
you know what I mean? That's just me.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that though, bro. Cause like
Yeah.
it been at times where the team been down or like the offense not moving the ball how they want to. Donald's still that one that's got that positivity and just pushing everybody, even though he not where he want to be. I really appreciate that though, Donald. That's big.
I told him the story about what you told me the BC game. Like,
Oh
You know,
yeah,
yeah.
I was on, bruh. I told him.
Oh yeah.
I said, bruh, I already know you can make a sack, bruh. The people already know you can make a sack. Let me get a strip fumble. When he did it,
he was turned on the side. I remember. That's really who I looked at first for real. He on the bench going crazy though.
jumping
like,
up and down. I really be excited when they make plays, bruh. That ain't just
that's love for real, bro.
Appreciate
Stuff
that,
like that
Donald.
don't be forgotten at all. So that's love for real though. Appreciate you. Know what I'm saying, coming on asking these questions. People get to finally see who you are. We've been talking about you for so long, man. So that's love. That's love. Man. You be dancing. You got all the dance moves. So
But y'all be people like other people that be dancing. Like you gotta catch B.O. dancing. Like he really be funny. You gotta catch him.
No, the
I
person
ain't
you
never
got
seen
catch dancing that's weird and he can't really dance. The boy JB. Before the games,
seen
he
him
can't
dance.
dance
I
at
never
all.
seen him
boy.
why you
can't.
doing him like that?
That's my boy though. No, that's my boy. He get people lit. How Donald get people lit? Get
Nah, for
practice
sure.
and stuff. But
Yeah, for sure.
can't dance.
Nah, for sure. But yeah, so we're gonna take a couple of more before we wrap it up. Anybody else wanna come on and
Mike, more
ask
questions.
some questions? Or,
There's people back there that said they had a lot of questions.
Questions is
I
not
asked
asking. I
the
feel like they're not. I feel like they're acting scary
Hey,
right
Steve.
now.
Hey, Steezy, what you want me to ask him? Cause I get on him right now. I'm on the podcast today.
Cause you mob too.
Nah,
So
let's
let's
come
chill out.
on and
Okay,
talk.
then.
Yeah. Okay, there we
Okay,
go.
there.
DC for real. You know what I'm saying? About to come on.
He finna come in here and tell y'all something y'all don't want to hear.
Man, time. Good Steez.
Yeah.
Good Steez, man. How you doing, man?
Another real.
Another
wild number.
real DC native right here, man. You know what I'm saying? Real St. John's, real St. John cadet legend right here, man. You looking at a couple of DC legends, man. No cap, man. I ain't gonna lie.
It's a little loud over here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's some questions you got for the mob, man? You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to get a little feel for what they asked y'all already, but
Anything. I mean, it don't. Anything. I ain't gonna lie though. You seem to be in everybody's top 5 for dressing.
Oh, that's facts.
I
So-
mean, y'all
so-
look real fly right now, though.
Nah, this ain't about us, no.
Feel
This
me?
you
I
know what I'm
mean,
saying? You seem like
I
you in
don't
there.
know.
That's my
I
question
mean-
for you. Where that swag come from, man?
We from DC, so
You know that. Know that.
What does that mean? Like
No,
you're
that-
saying you're from DC. What does that
It
mean?
seems like there's a lot of haters in the
What does that mean?
man from DC, you just
know that.
it's kind of like
Just the
we just
way
do
of life.
fashion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
like without trying for real.
yeah, it's just we just put it
just what it
together
is.
and it just happened.
So everybody from DC can dress.
We didn't
Most.
Most people.
Most.
Yeah, most.
Most.
And
Most.
you know,
Most real city dudes. Like
how was y'all night last night though?
it's all like
We was
we was all together.
We was.
We might have, just got a couple of activities.
Had a pretty good night.
Pretty
first
funny
in New York
night,
City.
pretty funny night. So
That's all right there.
yeah, but
No, we just wanted to bring Smurf on here. That's a real.
nah, I got a question for you though. I got a question for
Yeah,
you though,
what's
man.
up, what's up, what's up?
Obviously you was out this season.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know, obviously I done watched you. I didn't know Smurf since I was like 15, 14.
Sure.
And one thing y'all don't know, funny little story. Smurf been, I say this man time. Smurf been on man time for a minute now. Like I remember when I first met Smurf. Smurf had a tattoo on his forearm, and we was
in
like
10th grade.
we was like 15, 14. I'm like, oh yeah, he is dangerous.
Mom Dukes let you get that
He
early?
is dangerous.
Mom Dukes.
So,
10th grade.
just what's that process been for you? You know, coming back from your season-ending shoulder injury. You know, where you at now with that?
This the most time I spent out of football, so
Yeah.
it was just watching it from another perspective. Like at first, of course, you know, I was hurt about it because I ain't never been out of football for this long. But like just watching y'all ball out, it was just I was like a fan. I became a fan. Like I was watching the games. I'm like, dang, y'all boy. It meant something watching it on TV because I know how hard y'all work behind the scenes. So
Yeah, that's 100. That's
that was
love.
exciting,
You
for real.
definitely know you going to getting back.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
So
gonna
we
get back.
we
for
ain't
sure.
even, you know
Get
how
back,
you know you know what it is with us. We ain't even gotta say too much for real, man. We already know about you, so but that's love though. Appreciate you coming on asking the question.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
for sure, for sure.
I want to know one thing that each of you know now that you wish you would have known your freshman year.
Oh, that's a great question.
That's a great question.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. So, Brittany asked, "What's one thing that I know now that I wish I knew my freshman year when I first got here?" I would have just took school more serious. Honestly,
She over there mad as hell. She over there mad as hell.
like for real, I would have took school more serious. I tell all the young guys that now though.
Yeah. What about
Like,
you though? I mean, not gonna.
Nah, that's it. Like, 'cause when you first get here, you just don't think like, yeah, I'll be alright. I'll catch back up, but nah, I take it
That's
serious
100 though.
once you
Yeah,
get
that's
here.
100.
Yeah. So for me, just I say on the field, what I wish I knew was just the approach to like taking things serious. Cause I never thought I'd be playing Power 5 football. So when I got here, I was just going with the flow, not really like locking in how much I lock in right now. Just
that's facts. That's facts.
I was just going and just seeing where I go on the depth chart. Of course, playing hard. Of course, giving my all. But just like I wasn't knowing everything. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like the playbook on the field and stuff like that. Like now I know what everybody doing. I was just in my freshman year I didn't, so I wasn't as comfortable out there. So and being comfortable is the main thing. Because when you playing comfortable, you're gonna be the best player you are. So my freshman year, I just wish I had that. I feel like my freshman year would have went a little differently. But yeah, that's definitely one thing right there.
No, yeah, I think for me, just like what kind of what Donna was saying about like learning like the work on the field. Like I have a routine now that I'm disciplined by now that I wish I kind of would have had earlier.
Yeah,
it just makes me wonder like the kind of stuff I would have had as a young bull for real. But off the field, like classroom, yeah, like kind of like what Spurs was saying, like just lock in early. I think I would say ask questions. Like, I think I would say, like, I think a lot of kids, like me, I had ideas of what I wanted to do, but I think I could say, like, I didn't do enough asking questions. Like, I would kind of, like, wait a little bit to the end to ask questions. Or, like, I would be like, all right, so now that I'm about to do this, do I have this? But, like, deadlines would pass. So you kind of, like, working with what you got for real. So I think ask questions early of all situations and, like, ask your advisors, like your coordinators, ask everybody, like, what are all my options right now at the start, like, so I can see what I can work towards too, like, because I think that's good to know. Like, I didn't really know all my options, so I had to kind of like just go this route or go that route. So I think if you want to chase like a certain degree or like a career, like ask how you can get there for real. Right. That's like my advice for real. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Appreciate you, Steez, man, coming on, man.
Little brother.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yes, sir. No, I don't think anybody got any more questions. So I feel like,
Oh, we good.
yeah,
bro.
we good, man. We gonna start get ready to close this thing out, man. For one, we appreciate everybody coming and watching us live and just doing our thing for real. And we appreciate the love that the whole Q's Nation on the live been showing us the whole entire year. Just a couple shout outs again, like shout out to Austin and the team. Just
The whole year.
the whole year.
Season, just
I ain't gonna lie, with some weeks, we didn't know if we wanted to. We didn't know if we really wanted to do it. They pushed us. Like it teaches you character. Like when we was not winning, like I would text. We would text like, "We doing it today?" Like,
yeah.
So
And they always was ready.
They always was
waiting
ready.
to go
Wait.
on you, man, late to the pulling up. But
we
yeah,
always. Anyway,
I'm throwing everybody under the bus today.
even though Jahad not here, shout out to Jahad.
Yeah, shout out
being
to
part
Jahad.
of the mob the whole year, even though he's not with us today.
He definitely made
doing
this
this
a
thing.
great
He
season.
definitely completed the whole team up here. Shout out to Jahad, man. Shout out to the mob, the whole Q's football team, man. Just You know, the guys who came out, you know, G-Dub, we got G-Dub in the crowd today, man, showing us love.
G-Dub.
You know, just come back off his surgery, doing his thing for the draft, man. You know, G. Kello could have went to go train, you know what I'm saying? But he came out, was out there with us, mobbing every day with us, man. There's a whole lot of love for real. You know?
Even the people that's not like a part of the team that pulled up, like them right there.
Exactly, yeah.
Over there in the back.
Got my friend Mariama in the back right there. She a little nervous. She, you know, it's cool. But she came and supported me, so that's love for real. But you know, just again, man, we got our game this Thursday at 2 p.m. You know, we want to see everybody, you know, mobbing with us one last time for the year, and we just appreciate y'all. Mob out, man.
Appreciate it.